WLG gave the Falcons a 29-16 lead after the free throw. Then Derek Warren drained a tray. Warren had 7 for Central. Fourth quarter, Anthony Wilson nails a 3. He had 5 for the Falcons. DeAndre White got into the act as he hit this shot right here. Central by a bunch. Falcons go on to win 46-30. This week's athlete.
Later, the 5th-ranked Falcon boys took to the court in an attempt to improve their record to 15-1. Joe Eatman came out sizzling for Central, hitting 3 consecutive shots and staking the Falcons to a 7-3 lead. On the defensive side, Courtney Jeffries denies this attempt by the Cats. Central's next 8 points came at the free throw line before another bucket by Eatman midway through the second period. Here, Terry Cade grabs the rebound, finds Eatman on the outlet. He pops it back out to Cade, who reins in the 3, giving Central an 8-point lead. Jeffries' putback off a Walter Gordy miss extends the Falcon lead to double digits. Central continue their stifling defense as Jeffries says, "Get that shot out of here." Here, a steal by Gordy, up the floor to Jeffries, giving the crowd what they want. Now Thomas Harris, driving inside past the defender, puts up a shot off the mark, rebounded by Columbus McGee, who puts it in for 2. The Falcon defense surrendered no points in the third quarter, and Central takes this one, 46-30.
Sub-regional boys basketball action. And Walter Gordy was hot early for the Falcons. It's 2-0 Central. This time he receives a great feed from Terry Cade. And Kansas, despite the foul. Courtney Jeffries gets the next Central bucket, even though he's fouled going back there. 6-4 Central, mid-first quarter. Walter Gordy going to get fouled again and hit again. He led Central with 16. His three-point play made it a 9-8 Falcons lead. Gordy had 7 already. Falcons work it inside again as Derek Warren banks in 2 more. Central points right there. Coach Roby Butler and his staff have a battle on their hands with Daphne, though. They own a slim 1-point lead after the first quarter. I think they should go inside to Walter Gordy for a turnaround, don't you? Yeah, I think that's what they should do. Gordy keeping Central in the game almost by himself. Time for Terry Cade to score. He had 10 for Central. He gets 2 more on this Falcon fast break. Final seconds of the first half. Central steals. Cedric Norman slams. But he didn't beat the buzzer. Coach Butler hoping those 2 points won't be too costly to him. And they won without those 2 points. 52-38. Falcons are in the 6A Sweet 16 at the Southwest Regional in Mobile. Central at Davidson boys regional semifinal 6A. Central students showing their support team with their spirited huddle before they tip it off against Davidson. Now down 2-0. Joe Eatman gave the Falcons the lead. That's the first of his 3 threes in the game. Check out this sweet baseline drive by Cedric Norman. And he was fouled on the play. Cedric made it a 3-point play. It's 6-2 Central. Time to go into Walter Gordy. Gordy good on the block. It's 8-2 Falcons. After a Davidson deuce, Joe Eatman. And another 3. Courtney Jeffries, tremendous on the boards. He had 18 rebounds. That a 6A regional semifinal game record in history. Jeffries also blocked 5 Davidson shots. One right there. Falcons led 11-6 after 1. Javaris McGee is about to fake this guy right off his feet and score. That's in the game, wouldn't you? Now watch the Joe Eatman pass to Walter Cordy. And Walter takes it to the hole for 2 of his 7. Walter plays bigger than his 6'3.5" height. But Davidson had a hot streak. Just like that, Central's big lead was gone. I think they need another Eatman 3, don't you? Joe on target with the bomb. He was 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. It was tied at 18 when Eatman hit this turnaround in close. Falcons up by 2. Here comes a beautiful play by DeBoris Lanier. Check out the shooting hand switcheroo in midair. Right there, Lanier had 6 in the game. Falcons left for the locker room with a 22-18 halftime lead. The game would stay close for a while. Now third quarter, watch the putback by Cedric Norman. Cedric had a real good game. His buckets coming at key moments in the contest. One of Derek Warren's 5 rebounds turns into 2 of his 5 points. Everybody helping out the Falcon cause. Central continued to crash the boards, getting second chance points. Walter Gordy with the putback, 28-25 Falcons. Now watch Derek Warren steal it and slam it through for 2 right here. Falcons starting to open it up. They lead by 5. It's 30-25 after 3. Early fourth quarter, Javaris McGee hits Joe Eatman, who lays it in. Eatman led all scorers with 18 points. Davidson was threatening to get back in it when Cedric Norman drove for the deuce. Another timely bucket by Cedric, 38-27. Falcons hit their free throws down the stretch. DeBoris Lanier got that one right there. Joe Eatman was 5 for 6 from the charity stripe. And this Walter Gordy foul shot put Central up by 10 late in the game. Central wins 48-36 to advance to the regional final. They improved to 26-1. We got to go to the Central boys in their regional semifinal contest. 00 is Joe Eatman. And 00, not an appropriate number for him. It should be a 1-8 on his back because he scored 18 points. He hit from outside. He hit from inside. Hit the threes, hit the deuces, also passed out some assists, and got open for the easy lay-in right there. Joe Eatman, this week's Athlete's Foot Athlete of the Week, but not the only one. We're going to throw in another one of the Central Falcons. His teammate, you see Joe also hitting 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. That was key. Courtney Jeffries, the big guy inside. He was the key on the defensive end as he got 5 blocks in the game. You saw one there, and there's another one. He also pulled down a state record for a regional game, 18 rebounds. Without those 18 rebounds, Eatman wouldn't have had so many chances to shoot. So, because of that, Joe Eatman and Courtney Jeffries are Athlete's Foot Athletes of the Week.
Still hadn't won anything until the area tournament. The Falcons hosted Hillcrest in the area tournament championship. On the line, the right to host the sub-state playoff game. In the early going, the Patriots matched Central basket for basket as a 3-point duel between Falcon Joe Eatman and Patriot Michael Cook ensued. Central up by 1. The pass to Cedric Norman, and his pull-up jumper kisses glass. Now Norman spots a wide-open Terry Cade inside for 2 more, and Central's lead is 7. Off the Courtney Jeffries miss, Walter Gordy fighting hard for the rebound, over 2 defenders for the bucket. A spectacular display of athleticism here as Anthony Wilson hangs in the air gets the bucket and the foul. After 3, Central clings to a 6-point lead. But this big dunk by Jeffries gets the crowd jacked and sends the Patriots packing. The Falcons are 6A Area 8 tournament champs. Making the all-tournament. The all-tournament team is Central is Joe Eaton, Walter Gordy, and Courtney Jeffries, with Eaton takes home the most valuable player honor. Joe Eaton is the male student athlete of the month at Central. The junior is leading the state's second-ranked 6A basketball team in scoring this season. Joe not only scores at a high average, he also excels in the classroom with better than a 3.5 grade point average. He attributes this honor to his teammates.
It's just a great honor for me and the team. I feel it's a team award, because without them, I mean, I wouldn't have a chance to do that much.
Hopkins are just trying to get themselves ready for the sub-state playoffs. Our Sean Ratliff has a closer look.
The championship is the goal of every team at the beginning of a season. And Central's hoop squad was no different at the beginning of this season.
Every team start off with their sights set on the state championship, and what I've told them all every year that I've coached, that highs and lows we don't want to have. We want to try to be the same all the way around.
But lows haven't exactly been a problem for the Falcons this year. Most of the guys on Central's 2000 basketball team began playing together when they were still in middle school, and they entered this locker room for the first time as freshmen. But with a little experience under their belt now and a 19-1 record, they've got their eyes set squarely on a state championship.
Like that, we knew we had the talent, like Coach Butler always told us, we capable of doing this and that as long as we stick together and play together.
Well, I thought we'd be pretty good this year, but to have a 19-1 record at this time of the year, I didn't think that because of all of the tough places we had to go to play, but they responded well, and seemed like when we get behind, they respond and come back and they play hard and they refuse to lose. I hope they keep the attitude all the way through the basketball season.
We just want to keep it at this pace right here. Everybody's thoughts on trying to get the state.
So with momentum squarely on their side, the Falcons seem to be using every game as a stepping stone towards a state title. Sean Ratliff, News Channel 49 Sports.
And Central hosting Utah tonight, looking to move to 20-1 on the season. Early on, though, the visitors getting it done. Nice move there. Reverse layup on the baseline. Utah had a lead. But, Central has trailed a lot of opponents early, but in the end, they always come back. Look at the nice ball movement. Joe Eatman for 3. Good. Joe Eatman was the man for the Central Falcons tonight. Should I say it?
Do it.
He was in fuego. Yeah. Watch Joe Eatman again, knocking down nothing but the bottom of the net. You know what? If it ain't broke, don't break it. All right? I'm changing it around just a little bit. Eatman with the steal. Lamb heard me working on that one earlier. Even with the guy getting a hand on it, it still goes in. Central goes on to take it 56-49. Still only one loss on the season. Speaking of basketball, big game tomorrow night down on the Plains.
Meanwhile, the suspension of Central point guard Terry Cade and a surly Davidson team was the perfect recipe for an upset. But the Falcons battled back with 18 from Joe Eatman and 10 from Cedric Norman to finish one big play after another and a high-flying 48-36 win that has the Falcons needing just one win tomorrow night over the floor to find themselves fighting for a state title in Birmingham.
Yeah, we know what it takes. We have a good coaching staff, and everybody, like I said, everybody stepped it up, and we all came through. And now we got to get this winner, and hopefully we need all support we can get.
It's not going to be an easy job. It's going to be just like today. It's going to be hard, but we'll show up and try to play hard. We'll play hard.
Yeah, most of the people down here don't expect us to bleed the top Wrangler floor. We just playing hard, trying to make it to Birmingham. We're living day by day now.
And the next 24 hours may have the Falcons flying high to Birmingham. Dossie Rainey, News Channel 49 Sports.
Thank you, Dossie.
In the Southeast Regional, Glencoe.
The floor will go to Birmingham rather than the Falcons, but Central ends up the year 26-2. Great year for Roby Butler. And Tuscaloosa